Good afternoon, Whalers Nation, and welcome to the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV's presentation of Nantucket Whalers Athletics. We're coming to you live from the softball fields here off of Surfside Road as your Nantucket Whalers play host to the Barnstable Redhawks. Thanks for joining us here on the NSC on the Tube, anywhere you are joining us, anywhere in the world. That's right, we are worldwide here on the NSC. And locally here on channel 1072 on 8 and NCTV. That is, of course, in Super HD. I am Chris Morris, your voice of Whaler Sports here, alongside a great crew, including one of our finalists for the Nantucket Golf Club Scholarship Award, Adriana Graham. She will be your eyes on the field here this afternoon. And, of course, Charles in charge and Sophia Reese, making sure everything goes as it should here. Sorry for the delay. We, of course, had some, bus issues, as it is, another day here that ends in Y on Nantucket. But the Barnstable Redhawks are here. They're going to do a quick warm-up here, and the Whalers will take the field here. Whalers come in 2-4 on the season. They picked up a big win over Mashpee Monday night, an absolute slugfest. 24-21 was the final. Barnstable 2-5 on the season after losing to the Monomoy Sharks Tuesday night. Their first games after the break. And these two teams played a very competitive game off island, just a one-run win for the Redhawks. So we've got the rematch coming up here very shortly, as you can probably see Lil Wolschlager warming up here next to their bullpen. We're going to have a game preview here in just a second, but I do want to take a moment and thank our founding underwriter for the sports here on the NSC and NCTV, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They have made the children of Nantucket High School a priority of their philanthropic efforts and have continued those efforts with their support of our live broadcasts. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Whalers Athletics.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com. Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit myricklaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Want to welcome you back to our live coverage of the Whalers softball team taking on the Barnstable Redhawks. Nantucket coming off their best offensive output of the season. That was Monday night, an absolute shootout of a game. 3 Whalers had multiple hits as Ava Watson went 2 for 4, scored 5 times, and added a couple of RBIs. Sophia Yelverton went 3 for 5 with 3 runs scored and an RBI for the Whalers. And Lil Wolschlager, who will be on the mound today, also swings a big bat, went 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored. She also walked in the game. And the Whalers picked up a much-needed win coming off the break at 2-4. They will likely need to be 500 or better to qualify for the playoffs as the first power rankings were released. And what do you know? The Whalers, along with the baseball team, are in Division III. So a much bigger and tougher pool to get through. They came in near the bottom as far as points at number 68. That was before the win over Mashpee. So certainly an opportunity to pick up some much-needed points here tonight playing a Division II team. If they can hold home field here and earn the split, as we mentioned, the Whalers did lose in one of the two one-run games they have lost on the season earlier in the season against these Red Hawks, as the Red Hawks rallied late in that game on the bottom of the sixth. They scored a couple of runs and flipped the score to come away with an 8-7 win over Coach Kelly Mayette's squad here. It'll be the first of it was the first of two consecutive one-run losses. So, dare I say, the Whalers could easily be 4-2 coming into this game. But unfortunately, this is the scenario in baseball. 2-4 their record. Let's see if they can, put the bats together here and come up with another win tonight. Barnstable under head coach. It is John Panos and assistant coach Kevin Thompson. Nice couple of guys. Met with them earlier today. They come in 2-5 overall, and they will need some bigger efforts from some new players here. It'll be Camila Nascimento on the mound in lieu of Madison Flynn, who absolutely dominated, striking out 14 Whalers in that first game. She also had a couple of hits, too. It will be some other names, so my pregame here is a little bit different, but nonetheless, it'll be Woolschlager facing off against Camilo Nascimento. As you can see, Woolschlager warming up here as the Whalers have taken the field here for the first inning, so looking forward to a very competitive, good game here. Should be, again, another very close game here. The Whalers come in just on the outside of the Cape and Islands League as far as a league title. And there are some tough teams, as we saw that Rising Tide game, our last venture over here. Man, those girls just hit the ball all over the place. And not quite the offensive firepower here today for the Red Hawks, so we should have a much more competitive game as we get all set up here. First batter coming into the batter's box. And leading off is Danny Franklin for the Red Hawks, number 5. She will be playing out in the outfield. First pitch from Woolschlager, in there for a strike. Good chatter amongst the Red Hawks, trying to get their batter ready to go. Second pitch, just a bit high for ball one. Evens up the count at 1-1. Well, it was raining earlier, but it looks like the radar is clear. And not a drop of wind, fortunately for us. Otherwise, it would be another chilly evening here hanging out at the Surfside Fields. Ball 2 down low from Woolschlager. Now 2-1 on the leadoff hitter for the Red Hawks. That one swung and fouled right back. Evens up the count at 2-2. Mansfield chatting with the home plate umpire. And we are ready to go. The offering from Woolschlager swung on and missed. And they do tag the runner out as Mansfield dropped it momentarily. But first batter goes down on strikes. And that brings up number 26, Charlotte Hadawar. Was able to chat with her mom before the game. She was here well before the bus was. Walked from downtown and still beat the bus. First pitch is high, ball 1. Hadawar will be out in right field when the Red Hawks take the field. We've got one out here, top of the first inning. As Hadawar adjusts some gloves here and gets settled back in. Another ball high. 2-0 the count to the Red Hawks' number 2 hitter, Charlotte Hadawar. Settles in. Pitch ripped. Right back to the backstop. 2-1 now the count. As the senior Lil Wolschlager settles back in on the mound. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Good off-speed pitch. Took a little bit off that. Hadawar way out in front. And evens up the count at 2-2. One out here in the top of the first. Swung on, popped straight up. And that will get out of play. So staying alive is Hadawar. And nice of somebody to retrieve the ball, but that stops play here momentarily. Object on the field. Look out. 2-2 pitch from Wolschlager. Swung on, hit. Center field and deep. That is well beyond Annie Ard. Around second goes Hadawar. Around third, she will head for home and make it in. A home run for Charlotte Hadawar. An absolute bomb to left field. And the Red Hawks go up 1-0 on the second batter of the game. Cranking a home run. That was not too far from us, actually. Bouncing it to the plate is Wolschlager. That's Camila Nascimento. She will be on the mound and hitting in the third spot for the Red Hawks. That one foul-tipped right in on the hands. Good pitch from Wolschlager. The inside part of the plate evens up the count at 1-1. The 1-1 offering from Wolschlager. Swung on, hit to shortstop. That's going to be a tough play. Up with it and over in time. Actually, good play from Ava Watson, one of the co-captains here on the Whalers. 2 down now here in the first inning. Cleanup hitter, Jaslyn Coyer, who will rips one solidly placed into center field for another hit. One pitch and another base runner for the Barnstable Red Hawks, who already lead 1-0 on the home run from Hadawar. So a runner on first for the Red Hawks. Strike, throw down to second, slide in, safe. Stolen base for Coyer. And now the Red Hawks with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. The batter, Isabella Hadawar, the older sister of Charlotte, who again cranked a home run to give the Red Hawks a 1-0 lead. Pitch was high, 1-1 now the count. That one's ripped over the head, line drive over the head of the left fielder Ard. That will score 1. Around second is Hadawar. Coming in around third, and the Hadawar sisters will hit home runs here in the first inning as the ball is carrying on that outfield grass, a little wet and slippery. That was a laced line drive cleanly over the head of Ard. And the score will now be 3-0 on the 2-run homer. So a good start for the Red Hawks here, to say the least. 2 home runs, and that brings up Desiree Franklin, who will be out in left field. Bouncing to the plate for ball 1. Actually, excuse me, Riley Shepard, number 2, the second baseman, batting in the 6th position. I skipped a batter. 2 down here in the first, but the Red Hawks have struck with 2 home runs. A solo shot from Charlotte Hadawar, and her sister, older sister, follows up. After a runner got on, Coyer got on first base with a base hit with a 2-run shot. That ball well high, 2-0 now. The count to Shepard. Another bouncing ball runs the count to 3-0. Oh, I must have missed a pitch because that's a walk to Shepard. So this is Desiree Franklin, who will be out in the outfield for the Red Hawks. Number 22, ball high. So Wolfschlager maybe a little rattled after giving up a couple of home runs here, having a hard time finding the zone. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second base. Ooh, hopped in. Otherwise, it would have been a very close play. But another stolen base, and ball gets away from Wolfschlager momentarily. Mansfield able to gather it. That one's ripped. Just fouled. Great catch at third base to get out of the inning. Sophia Yelverton, the senior, with a highlight reel play there, snagging the ball just off the tops of the grass. But the damage is done. 2 home runs, a solo shot, and a 2-run homer as the Hadawar sisters get a hold of a couple and put the Red Hawks up 3-0. We'll just keep it here as the Whalers come to the bat. In the bottom of the first, it'll be the aforementioned third baseman Sophia Yelverton leading off. Chloe Washington bats in the 2 spot, and Annie Ard, who is in front of us here in left field, in the number 3 spot if either of them reach. Ava Watson bats in the cleanup spot. Lil Wolfschlager, the pitcher, in number 5. Virginia Graham batting 6th. Shelby Harriman 7th. Molly Bedell in the 8th spot. And Eliza Mansfield, who is behind the plate, bats in the 9th position. As I mentioned, it is number 35, Camila Nascimento, on the mound for the Red Hawks. And defensively, Jordan Coyer catching. And let's see where we end up with. So first up to bat for the Whalers, Sophia Yelverton wearing number 9. She swings at the first pitch, fouls it straight back for strike 1. Whalers now down 3-0. So looking to respond here with the first taste of Nascimento's pitching. Swing and another foul back out of play, so quickly down 2 strikes. Is the senior, Sophia Yelverton. She is one of the tri-captains here. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on down the third baseline. Fair ball off the glove, and Yelverton will reach first base and lead off the game with, I'm going to call it a base hit. That would have been a very tough play for the third baseman, Isabella Hadawar. So we'll go with a base hit there for Yelverton because we can. Chloe Washington has the ball, gets away. Ball Yelverton will advance to second base, so the Whalers with a runner in scoring position for Chloe Washington. The pitch from Nascimento. Swung on and missed. Strike one to Chloe Washington. And Yelverton's able to advance to third base, but let's see what happens here. And the throw gets away, and Yelverton is waved home, so the Whalers will score an unearned run to bring the score to 3-1. We'll take the run no matter how it scores, right? So the Redhawks a little careless with the baseball in the field as Yelverton advanced on the stolen baseball, got away. So Chloe Washington now at bat with the bases empty. Swing and a miss for strike one. Count is 1-1 to Washington. Swung on and popped up. Center fielder coming on and squeezes it. That was Danny Franklin. With a good play in center field for out number one. And Annie Ard steps into the batter's box for the Whalers. She's playing out in left field today. Swings on the first pitch and fouls it off to the right side. Strike one. Annie Ard, of course, another one of our smarties as the Nantucket Scholar. And, of course, she does a lot of great work in the School to Career program here with NCTV. Not so much in the springtime, but she plays a sport. But she is just a great kid and heading off to Arizona State in the fall to take up sports broadcasting. So I like to think we had some influence on that at some point. Swing and a miss for strike two to Annie Ard. One out here in the bottom of the first. Whalers down 3-1. She lashes one to the right side. Nice snag by the second baseman and easily throws out Ard. That is Riley Shepard who got the glove down on that hard ground ball. Now 2 outs for Ava Watson, the cleanup hitter for the Whalers. First pitch to her is in there for a strike. Little off-speed offering from Nascimento. One strike pitch. Watson, kind of a swinging check swing there. Pulled it foul. He was well out in front of that pitch. And quickly down 2 strikes is Ava Watson. Nascimento set and ready. Swung on and hit right to the shortstop who squeezes the soft line drive to end the inning. The Whalers do get a run back. We'll take a break here on the NSC and NCTV. 3-1 after 1 inning of play. Redhawks with the lead.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And way over control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. More than money, we need members. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
Well, welcome back to live action here as Jordan Coyer in the batter's box for the Barnstable Redhawks lifts one foul to even up the count at 1-1. Redhawks at bat with a 3-1 lead here in the top of the second. A couple of home runs in that first inning. Absolute lasers from the Hadawar sisters. Swing and a miss for strike two. And Wolschlager ahead on the count, 1-2. Number 8 hitter, Jordan Coyer, will be behind the plate, too. She lifts one into the infield, and it falls harmlessly foul. Coyer will head back into the batter's box. Still a 1-2 count to the Redhawks catcher. Wolschlager bounces that one, evens up the count at 2-2. Just a slight breeze coming in from left field here behind us. Not much ado about that, but just enough to let us know that there's a little breeze out here. That one's ripped to shortstop, base hit just beyond the glove of Ava Watson. So a 2-strike base hit for the Redhawks. That brings up the number 9 hitter, Dempsey Green, who will be playing first base for the Redhawks. And we'll see if the base runner is on the move. Strike one. Coyer stays put. Swing and a miss. Throw back behind the runner, and it gets by, but unable to advance was Coyer. So a couple of set of sisters. We got Jaslyn and Jordan Coyer for the Redhawks, and Charlotte and Isabella Hadawar. Two-strike pitch, bounces and gets by Mansfield, and a runner will advance to second. So the Redhawks now with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. That one bounces and gets by, advancing to third base now. Count now 2-2 on the batter. Dempsey Green. Wolschlager in need of a strikeout here. 2-2 offering, again bounces to the plate, runs the count full. Three-two pitch to the number 9 hitter. Low for ball 4, so the Redhawks get another walk here and now have runners on first and third with nobody out. Back to the top of the lineup, and Danny Franklin made a nice catch in center field. High ball one, no throw down to second base. That's just automatic because you've got a runner on third. That runner on first base pretty much always, especially in high school sports, will steal that base. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Redhawks. And another ball to the Redhawks leadoff hitter. She struck out in her first at-bat. And then the Hadawar sisters took over with a couple of home runs to give the Redhawks a 3-0 lead at that point. The Whalers added a run in the bottom of the frame. 2-0 pitch. In there The 3-0 pitch was another ball. So now the bases are loaded for Charlotte Hadawar, who again had a solo home run in the first inning. She can bust this thing open here in a hurry. Schleger with the pitch. Popped up. Shortstop Ava Watson, infield fly rule, will squeeze it anyway. So 1 out now with 1 pitch, and that is a big out as Hadawar again hit a home run in her first at-bat. The pitcher, Camila Nascimento, up to bat. She grounded out in her first at-bat, but she comes up with the bases loaded here and just 1 out. Ground ball through the infield. That will score 2 runs for the Red Hawks. And heading to third and stopping there is Franklin. So a 2 RBI base hit by the pitcher, Nascimento, helping her own cause. Now 5-1 the score. And Jaslyn Coyer now up with runners on first and third. Still just the 1 out. She laces one to right field, falls in front of the right fielder. That will plate another run, making it 6-1. And the runner on first base, Nascimento, stays on second. So first and second now for Isabella Hadawar, who again crushed a line drive over the head of the left fielder, Annie Ard, and made it all the way around the base pass for a home run. Bouncing ball, throw to third, not in time, so both runners advance, putting 2 more runners in scoring position for the Red Hawks, already up 5-1 here in the second. That one's crushed, but fouled behind the plate. 1-1 now the count to number 11, Isabella Hadawar. High ball 2, throw down behind the runner, nothing doing. Still just 1 out here for the Whalers in the second inning. Redhawks have already plated 5. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Again, a strikeout here would be huge. Ripped over the head of the third baseman. Ard fields it, gets it quickly back into the infield, so just 1 run scores, making it a 6-1 game, but Hadawar's 2 for 2 with a solid single and another RBI, giving her 3 RBIs now. And a stolen base for Hadawar as she takes second on the pitch, which was a ball to Riley Shepard, who walked in her first plate appearance. Another bouncing ball. Again, still just 1 out here for the Red Hawks in the inning, as they've got 2 more runners in scoring position, already up 6-1. Ball high. Swung on and missed. Runs the count to 2-1. 3-1, excuse me. In there for a strike, strike 2. To the Redhawks' number 6 hitter. And Will Schleger could use a strikeout. This one lifted to towards center field, but squeezed by the second baseman. Base runners will stay put as Chloe Washington erases Riley Shepard, bringing up the number 7 hitter, Desiree Franklin, who grounded out. Actually, fouled out. A great play by the third baseman, and she will get another chance here as Yelverton unable to make the play at first base, thought there was a force out. Another run scores to make it 7-1 on the fielder's choice. Yelverton hangs on to it. There's now a force play at third, but an RBI from Franklin. Make it 8-1. Excuse me. The number 8 hitter, Jordan Coyer, now up to the plate. Takes a ball high. She started this inning out with a single, and they have batted around here in the second inning. That one's fouled straight back to the backstop to even up the count at 1-1. Throw down to third, safe. Another double steal gets two more runners in scoring position as the Redhawks look to pile it on here. They have already batted around. 2-1 the count to the number 8 hitter, Jordan Coyer. She lasses one foul along the third base side, evening up the count at 2-2. That one's hit towards right field and will drop in between the right fielder and second baseman. 2 runs will score. That makes it a 10-1 game. 7 runs plated here in the second inning alone. As the Redhawks have batted around, here's the number 9 hitter, Dempsey Green. She walked in her first plate appearance this inning. Still just 1 out. Swung on foul ball. Oh, 2 down, excuse me. That's right, Chloe Washington. Ball high. Another foul ball. Runs the count to 1-2. On the 10th batter to come to the plate here in the second inning for the Redhawks, who own a 10-1 lead on the Whalers here. Bouncing in and advancing to second base easily is Coyer. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and the Whalers give up 7 runs in the inning. And we'll have some work to do here when they come to bat. We'll keep it here as they are now down 10-1. Some unearned runs, but just some good hitting where the Whalers weren't. At bat for the Redhawks, they send 10 batters through and score 7 times here in the second inning. So Camila Nascimento has got to feel a little more relaxed as she comes back on the mound to pitch here in the second inning. And you can see Kelly Mayette gathering her troops there for a little pep talk. Probably just to settle some nerves here and see if they can pick away at this lead and do a little better job out in the field, threw the ball around a little bit, and Unfortunately, the Red Hawks were able to take advantage with some key hits and place the ball really well. And unfortunately, softball is unrelenting when you get a couple of base runners on. They can just keep advancing and keep advancing. If you get base hits, it's really hard not to stop them from advancing on steals to second and third, and that's exactly what the Red Hawks did. They had second and third for 4 or 5 batters, and even outs get runs home at that point. So it'll be 5, 6, 7 for the Whalers. Lil Wolfschlager, Virginia Graham, and Shelby Harriman, the 3 due up. If any one of them advance, it'll be Molly Bedell and then Eliza Mansfield in the 9 spot. Sophia Yelverton got a base hit and came around on a steal, and then an error allowed her to score the lone run for the Whalers. At that point in time, however, it was a 3-1 game. So much more competitive, but the Red Hawks break it open here in the second. As the Whalers tri-captain and pitcher Lil Wolfschlager settles into the batter's box. First pitch is high and inside for ball 1. Wolfschlager from the right side. Swings and lines a solid base hit to center field. And the Whalers once again have the lead runner on as they try and rally up the troops here in the second inning, down 9 runs already. Virginia Graham, wearing number 6 and batting in the 6th position, settles in. She swings at the first pitch. Swings and misses for strike 1. Wolfschlager stays put at first base. That one bounces to the plate. Evens up the count at 1-1. Nascimento set and ready for the 1-1 offering. Swung on and missed. That was on the dirt. Wolfschlager advances to second, however, on the low ball. So the Whalers now have a runner in scoring position on second base, but 2 strikes on Virginia Graham. Count 1-2. The 1-2 pitch in there for a strike, and that will send Graham back to the bench. First strikeout for Nascimento. I will definitely make that mistake here tonight and call her Olivia Nascimento, one of our camera operators from a couple of years back and a graduate. Shelby Harriman with the rainbow bat in the batter's box. Watches one bounce to the plate. Wolfschlager will advance to third base. No throw. So now a runner on third with 1 out for Shelby Harriman. Harriman out in right field today. She swings on and bounces one. Good job by Wolfschlager to avoid the ball. It was a foul ball, but if it hits her, she is out if she's not on the bag. So smart play by the senior there to avoid the ball. Runs the count to 1-1. Harriman looks at the ball outside. 2-1 now, the count to the Whalers' right fielder. And one of the 5 seniors. Swing and a miss. Another swing at a ball almost rolling into the plate. The Whalers got to show some discipline at the plate. Harriman down 2 strikes. Count 2-2. She lashes one into left field for an RBI single and run number 2 for the Whalers. Good job by Harriman staying with it with 2 strikes. As Wohlschlager crosses the plate. And just 1 out now. The Whalers with a runner on first. Molly Bedell in the batter's box. She takes a ball inside. Steal attempt on the second pitch, easily into second base is Harriman. Count evens at 1-1 to Bedell. Now with a runner in scoring position and just 1 out. Nascimento set, the 1-1 pitch towards third base, but foul. So the count runs 1-2. That was a swinging bunt there by Bedell. Would have been a tough play for the third baseman, Hadawar. But now 2 strikes on Bedell, the first baseman. That one's high, ball 2. Good eye by Molly Bedell. Nascimento set. And the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, popped into left field. Tough play and booted. That will be an error on the left fielder. Desiree Franklin unable to squeeze it. And a runner now advancing to third base. I would anticipate Bedell to be on the run. Eliza Mansfield in the 9 spot. And behind the plate, takes a strike. And as noted, Molly Bedell advances to second base. So 2 runners in scoring position for the Whalers, down 10-2 here in the second inning. They could use a couple of base runners to score here. Let's see if Mansfield can drive them in. Down the third baseline, just foul. That definitely would have played at 2 runners if that stayed fair, just a couple of inches away for Mansfield as the count evens at 1-1. I believe that first pitch was a ball. Let's see if the umpire confirms that. Nope. That one well outside. And a throw. And they're going to get Harriman in a... Actually, they call her safe as the tag was high. Harriman with a good slide for run number 3. The third baseman shaking her head. That's Hadawar. Looked like the ball beat her to the plate, but the tag not applied in time. And Shelby Harriman, the senior, with a good slide, scores the Whalers' 3rd run. Mansfield fouls it back again. Still 2 strikes. Now with a runner on third for the Whalers. Mansfield sends one to the shortstop. Squeezed. And safely back at third base is Bedell. But now 2 outs for the Whalers with a runner on third. Back to the top of the lineup, and Sophia Yelverton, who got a solid base hit and came around to score in the first inning. Yelverton swings at the first pitch and dropping the ball as a center fielder, so a run will score for the Whalers on another fielding error, and advancing to second base is Yelverton. Danny Franklin complaining about the glove, as all fielders do. Must have been a hole in the glove. 2 out. Swing and pop up. And squeezing it is the catcher. Or did she? The out recorded, that'll do it for the inning, but the Whalers pick up 3 runs to make it a 10-4 game. Good catch by the catcher, Jordan Coyer, to get out of the inning. We'll take a break here on the NSC and NCTV. Come on back. We've got lots more softball after 2 innings of play. The Red Hawks over the Whalers, 10-4.
I am a force to be reckoned with. You do not know who you're messing with. Taking over for the hell of it. They can stop me when I'm in my element.
The Nantucket Sports Connection was born in this gymnasium. It has absolutely exploded. Multi-camera, multi-broadcasters, a trip to Fenway.
It's giving players an opportunity to look back at film. It's giving coaches an opportunity to critique their players.
When NCTV got involved, we were able to offer free classes. It's something that they can actually evolve and get professional experience.
When I realized they were doing like a commentating class, I was like, I got to sign up for this. If I would have told myself right now, I'm going to go into college for sports broadcast, I would have been like, no, you're not. But now I'm really passionate about it and I'd love to pursue it.
It doesn't even feel like I'm volunteering. It just feels like I'm playing along. It's really fun.
I definitely recommend it to anybody who's interested in sports broadcasting.
It's multifaceted what we're able to give back to our community, because as we know, we bleed Whaler blue here on Nantucket.
Want to welcome you back to the softball fields here as sky's lightening up a little bit, maybe at a peak of sunshine here. A little bit of sunshine there in the second inning for the Whalers as they played 3 runs to make it a 10-4 game. We'll see if Lil Wolfschlager can slow down the Red Hawks' bats. They batted around +1 in that second inning, plating 7 runs on 4 hits. All singles, but a couple of walks in there and a couple of errors as the Whalers threw it around a bit and allowed runners to advance with a couple of pass balls, wild pitches. And just like that, 7 runs came across. So our next broadcast after tonight will be post-town meeting, which, of course, all of you should not only go to, but if you can't go to, certainly tune in to NCTV, as we will have full coverage as Charles Douglas, Frank Schott, and the crew, plus anybody else they can grab from the streets, will help bring you all the town meeting festivities. And then it'll be the boys lacrosse team back in action on Thursday to face the Sandwich Blue Knights. Strike 1 to the leadoff hitter.
We were made for the streets.
We are in a cozy little tent out here outside of, in deep left field or deep right field, depending on which baseball field you're looking at. The middle school guys practicing to the left of us here. 2 strikes there. Good pitch. 1-2 the count now to the Red Hawks leadoff hitter, Danny Franklin. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. And she puts it in play. Second baseman flips it over to Molly Bedell. Chloe Washington with a good play in the field for out number 1. Whalers could really use a 1-2-3 inning here, despite the top of the lineup here for the Red Hawks. Charlotte Hadawar got things going for the Red Hawks in the first inning with a solo home run over the center fielder's glove. An absolute blast. She looks at a ball low and inside from Lil Wolfschlager. 1 out here in the top of the third. Again, score 10-4. Red Hawks with the lead. And ripped to third base. Fair ball right on the left field line. Hadawar rounds first. A long single for number 26. Annie are pretty happy with her play, holding that runner to just a single. Bringing up the pitcher, Camila Nascimento, with a runner on first. Swinging at the first pitch, over to second base. Leadoff runner will be out. Good job by Washington to squeeze it for the lead runner. Hadawar erased on the fielder's choice. More importantly, 2 outs here now for the Redhawks. And the Whalers could use an inning of no runs to get back in this thing. Jaslyn Coyer, the shortstop for the Redhawks, steps to the plate now with 2 outs and a runner on first. Oh, she gets hit by the pitch right in the hand. That'll sting today. So she will jog down to first base. Nascimento advances to second base with 2 outs. And another big bat, Isabella Hadawar, who also had a home run in the first inning. Laced one out to left field over Annie Ard's head. And this one, Ard makes a great play in left center field to end the inning. That would have scored 2 runs. Great play from Annie Ard on the run. And the Whalers get out of the inning with unscathed, and will come to bat down 10-4, but no runs cross here in the third inning. Good job by the Whalers defense. As I mentioned, our next game is Thursday as the boys continue their quest. They picked up another victory on Tuesday, and are off island today to face a good team, Old Rochester, looking for win number 10. That would also, not that they're worried about guaranteeing a postseason berth, but it would put them in the postseason officially. Then on Friday, the second of our three lacrosse games in a row, the girls will host Sturgis West. Yeah, it looks like we've already got a score posted as the boys played earlier. Charles just pulled it up on Arbiter that the boys took care of business 13-3 against Old Rochester. So they picked up that victory off island, and that will set up another victory there now, 10-1. So that's as official as we need it, right? So they will face and go off island on Tuesday before we see them on Thursday for a rematch of that epic battle with Falmouth. One of the lowest scoring games we've seen in recent history, certainly. A 2-1 game. Just an absolute beauty of a defensive lacrosse game. Whalers gave up 2 in the first quarter and then denied the Falmouth Clippers another goal. They scored with just over 2 minutes to play. Moshkrop able to find the net, and then some excitement towards the end of the game. But the Whalers unable to find the net for the second time. Again, All-American Travis Smith doing his thing. He won every faceoff. So the rematch comes up on Tuesday off island at Falmouth. And then we will see them again in action on Thursday. And then again on Saturday, as they play host to the Canton Bulldogs for the first ever meeting between those two teams in lacrosse. Canton, a playoff team in Division II, so should be a stiff test for the Whalers coming up next week, visiting the Clippers and hosting the Canton Bulldogs. Here's Annie Ard, who came up with a big defensive play to end the inning just moments ago, facing Camila Nascimento. Ball 1 to Annie Ard. In there for a low strike. Annie Ard animated as always at the plate, shaking it off. 1-1 offering from Nascimento. Swung on and dribbled just outside the batter's box. Ard will hustle back to grab her bat. And now with a 1-2 count on the first batter here in the third inning. Whalers down 10-4. Swung on and grounded towards the shortstop, up with it, and over to first base for the out. Ard put it in play with 2 strikes, but unable to leg out the single. And 1 out now for the Whalers cleanup hitter and Ava Watson. Watson swings at the first pitch, fouls it down the third base line for strike 1. Nascimento set and comes with the strike 1 offering, well high and outside, evening up the count at 1-1. Watson takes ball high 2. Ball too high, I should say. So in between the Thursday and Saturday boys lacrosse game, the girls will host Sturgis West on Friday next week. And ball 3 bounces to the plate. 3-1 now to the Whalers cleanup hitter, Ava Watson. The girls, unfortunately, on the short side of the score for the first time, ending their 9-game win streak. Nauset scored 10 goals and won 10-6 as Watson takes the strike, running the count to full at 3-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Whalers down 6 runs, 10-4. Watson settles in. The 3-2 offering. Bounces to the plate, and Ava Watson will draw a 1-out walk. And the Whalers have a base runner here, as Virginia Graham, who struck out in her first plate appearance, comes to the plate. Nascimento. High ball 1. Watson stays put for now. Oh, no, Lil Wolschlager, excuse me. I'm skipping batters here. Wolschlager sends one into the outfield. Coming in to squeeze it in right field and throw behind the runner. Not in time, however, dropping the ball as a first baseman in a little collision there at first base. As Dempsey Green still down on the field. We'll actually take a quick break here on the NSC and NCTV as Tyler Konepko heads over to tend to Dempsey Green on first base. We'll be right back here as the Whalers are at bat here in the third inning.
I am a force to be reckoned with. You do not know who you're messing with. Taking over for the hell of it. They can stop me when I'm in my element.
The Nantucket Sports Connection was born in this gymnasium. It has absolutely exploded. Multi-camera, multi-broadcasters, a trip to Fenway.
It's giving players an opportunity to look back at film. It's giving coaches an opportunity to critique their players.
When NCTV got involved, we were able to offer free classes. It's something that they can actually evolve and get professional experience.
When I realized they were doing like a commentating class, I was like, I gotta sign up for this. If I would have told myself right now, I'm gonna go into college for sports broadcast, I would have been like, no, you're not. But now I'm really passionate about it and I'd love to pursue it.
It doesn't even feel like I'm volunteering. It just feels like I'm playing along. It's really fun.
I definitely recommend it to anybody who's interested in sports broadcasting.
It's multifaceted what we're able to give back to our community, because as we know, we bleed Whaler blue here on Nantucket.
50-10 Whalers touchdown! He's got it! He's got it! Marty score! Want to welcome you back to live action as the Red Hawks had to help off the first baseman, Dempsey Green. Looked like an ankle twist, but she will, in all likelihood, not return. Riley Shepard, the second baseman for the Red Hawks, up to bat. It was a double play by the Red Hawks defense to get out of the inning on the line drive. Second pitch is a ball, and Dempsey got caught up with the runner and maybe even the bag. I did not see exactly how she was injured. Anyways, they had to help her off, but she seems okay. But in all likelihood will not return. It was a twist in the ankle, and they did have to help her off. So we'll have to see who will bat in her position. It'll be the fourth batter due up here. As again, Riley Shepard with a 3-1 count. Or 3-0 count. Draws a walk on 4 pitches. So the leadoff runner on once again for the Red Hawks here as Jordan Coyer now at bat with the Red Hawks up 10-4 here in the top of the fourth inning. That ball is high. Runner stays put. Wolfsleger's pitch bounces in. Again, the runner stays put. Throw behind. No play. 3-0. To the second straight batter, Wolfsleger bounces that one. And 2 straight walks to begin the fourth inning here. And that will bring up the number 8 hitter, Jordan Coyer. Throw to third, and they got the runner. But unable to hang on to it is Yelverton, and the base runner is safe, so a double steal puts runners in scoring position for the Red Hawks. To shortstop, throw over. In time for the out, but the run scores on the fielder's choice, so an RBI for Coyer. And it'll be Lily Gagne, number 13, the batter. And she rips a single, solid single, all the way into center field, rounding first and staying there. An RBI single from Gagne. That was a laced ball there. And so she will at least replace Dempsey Green in the batting order. We'll see if she comes out or if there's a double switch here to put someone at first base to replace the injured Dempsey Green. Back to the top of the lineup in Danny Franklin for the Redhawks, who have already plated a couple of runs here in the top of the fourth to make it an 8-run advantage, 12-4, stolen base by Gagne. Off the bag she goes, and a wise play by Ava Watson to stick with the tag, and out number 2 on a nifty defensive play there on the steal attempt. Whalers needed that. Franklin takes a low strike. Evens up the count at 1-1. High ball 2. Actually, 3-1. I missed a pitch in there as well. Excuse me. That one's inside, and drawing another walk is the leadoff hitter, Danny Franklin. In the 2 spots, Charlotte Hadawar. She got things going all the way back in the first inning with a solo home run over the center fielder, Virginia Graham's head. Graham is playing much deeper now, keeping everything in front of him. Hadawar lifts another one that way, and this is trouble. A gapper that will score 1. Hadawar rounds second, heads for third. She will make it into third. She rounds third and stops there with a triple. So a home run and a triple now for Hadawar. And run number 13 crosses the plate for the Redhawks as the pitcher, Camila Nascimento, steps into the batter's box. Nascimento with 2 outs and a runner on third. She had a 2 RBI single in that second inning. And she's got a runner in scoring position here. Ball high, 2-0 now to the Redhawks pitcher. Low, ball 3. .30 pitch is lined into right field for another base hit and an RBI for Nascimento, and that runs the score to 14-4. And Jaslyn Coyer, the number 4 hitter for the Barnstable Redhawks, up to bat. She lifts one to left field, and that will drop over the head of the outfield around second and heading to third. And in there with another triple and another RBI is Coyer. And head coach Kelly Wayette heading out to talk to Wolschlager, the senior for the Whalers, as the Redhawks have come over across the pond here, and they brought their bats with them for sure. They have scored 15 runs here already. Again, this was an 8-7 game. High five from the coach as the senior is staying in the game here. Again, just good hitting by the Red Hawks. Nothing that Wolfschlager could do about it. And, again, Whalers were placed defensively well, but the Red Hawks have just hit it where they ain't. Ball high. Number 11, Isabella Hadawar, also with a home run here this evening. Takes ball high ball too high. On third base, Jaslyn Coyer, who hit the second triple of the inning for the Red Hawks. Another pitch misses the zone. And the older of the two Hadawar sisters swings and pops one to the shortstop. Watson backs up a couple of steps and squeezes it. And that will end the inning. We'll take a break here on the NSC and NCTV. The Red Hawks add to their lead, and they now lead by 11, 15-4.
Whenever NCTV covers one of our games, I think it's awesome.
We have been able to capture so much incredible athletic history. It feels like we've been a part of it as much as the kids have been.
A lot of people have prior obligations. Maybe they can't make the event. And they still get to watch it and, watch a great broadcast, see their kid playing.
It's nice for the parents, grandparents, and family that can't come or are not on the island to be able to see it, even if they can't attend in person. So I think that meant a lot to them.
The technology that we need is, it's not cheap. There are certain costs that go into this to make this happen. My hope for the broadcast is to just build the crew numbers, get more students involved, maybe add a few more cameras here and there, but, ultimately, we're here to grow. The more hands on deck, the better this can be, and ultimately that just comes back to the Nantucket community.
I'll welcome you back to the softball fields here. The Whalers down 15-4 as the Red Hawks have hit the ball all over the place here in 4 innings. First up to bat will be Virginia Graham, number 6. As you saw on the screen there, in between innings, we had our Snap Raise fundraiser, the QR code. It's also in the YouTube description if you're checking us out. It's on the screen right now, as you can see. If you do have means, please help us out. Drop in a donation. Every little bit helps. We'll talk about it again here in a couple innings. But our Snap Raise campaign, good for another 14 days, so a couple more weeks. But if you have the means and enjoy what you are seeing on the TV screen or on your device, we are asking for your help, Whalers Nation, and those joining us from the opposing teams here today, the Barnstable folks. 2-1 now to Virginia Graham, and I want to welcome Colby Lucas.
Yep, glad to be here, guys.
To the field. He just got done with baseball practice. And happy to have you along here for the second half of the inning. Ground ball to third base, and that goes through the glove. And Virginia Graham reaches base for the Whalers to lead off here in the 4th. Colby, we need some runs, man. We want to have you get in the batter's box here and see what you can do. The Red Hawks have hit the ball early and often. A couple of home runs in the first inning from the Hadawar sisters.
Good to see Graham with a good at-bat there, though, working a 3-1 count. Found the pitch to hit, drove it.
And a pinch hitter for Shelby Harriman. That is number 3, Sienna Ivalova, to pinch hit for the Whalers. She takes a ball high, evens up the count at 1-1. Well, the rain came early enough to get out of the way for the game here. Ivalova swings, swings and misses actually, but a stolen base as the throw well wide of second base. So the Whalers with a runner in scoring position, and the ball gets away. Graham heading to third, and she will make it. So the Redhawks a little sloppy with the baseball. And advancing 2 bases is Virginia Graham. Ball just outside, running the count to 2-2. Good eye by Ivalova. And if she can put it in play, you got to think a run's going to score pretty much from anywhere here. Strike 3 called, however, and the Whalers do not advance the runner, and strikeout by Ivalova brings up the 8-hitter Molly Bedell. She takes a strike on the first pitch. Bedell with a base hit in the second inning, but stranded. High ball 1, evens up the count at 1-1. Throw behind the runner, not in time. Bedell set. And that one low for a ball 2. Colby, you guys had a tough game yesterday. That's a good squad you faced against SJP.
Yeah, really good squad in SJP. I think they're top 3.
They were
Division
2
4,
in Division 4 when I looked.
Yeah, I wish we were still in that division, but either way, they had the 2 in Division 4. Really tough team. I think they're the best on the Cape and Island.
Yeah.
I think at home we'll put up a much better fight. I think there were opportunities for us to keep it close, especially in those first 2-3 innings.
Yep.
But nonetheless, a tough team. I mean, the second pitcher we faced was throwing 90s. That's tough to beat.
That's a hit into left field, squeezed by the left fielder, and too shallow to advance the runner from third. So now 2 outs for the Whalers as Bedell basically pops out to short left field. And that'll bring up the catcher for the Whalers, Eliza Mansfield, to try and plate the runner with 2 outs now. Yeah, they're undefeated 10-0. I mean, that's just sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the other side.
For sure.
And I'm sure the 19-2 score not indicative of the competitiveness of the game. But you guys are now, 7-5?
7-5, yeah.
7-5. Got to stay above that 500 level now in Division 3.
Big game against Monomoy tomorrow. Yeah. They're a team we match up pretty evenly against. So
yeah, defeated here at home 5-1. Yep. We saw that game, of course. So best of luck tomorrow. Down the third base line and just foul. Looked like it may have even gotten over the bag, but maybe just beyond the bag there. That would have definitely plated a run. Now 2 strikes on Eliza Mansfield. I believe the count is 1-2, but let's see if we get a confirm on that. Mansfield with 2 strikes. And hits her in the heel. That'll sting. But she will take first base as the Whalers now extend the inning and have runners on first and second. Back to the top of the lineup and a dangerous bat in Sophia Yelverton. She got a base hit and came around to score in the first inning. At the time, it was a 3-1 game. And let's see if Eliza Mansfield's on the move here from first base. She is indeed, and no throw because of the runner on third base. So now Yelverton with a 1-0 count and 2 runners in scoring position. See if the Whalers can get a big 2-out base hit try and climb their way back in this thing. Outside, ball 2. 2-0. Hitter's pitch here for Sophia Yelverton, the senior. And she lifts one to the right side, center field, and beyond the center fielder. Yelverton on her horse. She's to second base, rounding second, and into third with a stand-up triple. Clears the bases, 2-run score for Sophia Yelverton with the Whalers' first extra base hit of the afternoon. A timely 2-out triple beyond the center fielder, Franklin, and that makes it 15-6. And Chloe Washington, another big bat for the Whalers, takes high and outside, ball 1. Throw down and off the glove, and Yelverton in to score another run. Good base running by the senior to score for the second time and make it 15-7 now. As Washington now at bat with the bases empty and 2 outs. And she lifts one to the left side, squeezed by the shortstop over to first base for the out. And that will end the inning. As indeed Lily Gagne does replace Dempsey Green at first base. And we'll take another quick break here on the NSC and NCTV and settle Colby in here and bring you the 5th inning, top of the 5th inning. Whalers down 15-7.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com. Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit HighlineCruises.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Back to live action. Strike 1 to the number 6 hitter, Riley Shepard, for the Red Hawks. We play into the 5th inning, top of the 5th. Whalers down 8, 15-7. I was just chatting with Colby, giving him the game recap. The Whalers were down just 3-1 after 1 inning of play, and then the Red Hawks batted around in the second. A couple of throwing errors, some walks, advanced runners, and timely hitting, and placed the ball well in between Whaler outfielders, and were able to advance some runners and bat around. They sent 10 players to the plate. 7 of them scored. So take away that inning, and we've got a pretty even game. But unfortunately, that's not what we can do.
Yeah, exactly.
So the Whalers down.
That's been our problem this year as well for the baseball squad. I mean, just 1 or 2 bad innings that can take you out of a game.
Watson squeezes it, throw over, not in time. Good hustle down the line by Shepard as she legs out a single. That would have been a tough play. A good play to stop the ball by Watson, just unable to make the throw cleanly. Ball 1 to Desiree Franklin. And another bouncing ball. Runner stays put. I'll say Nascimento has done a better job for the Redhawks. Not walking batter. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second base, not in time. So advancing to second base is Shepard. Count now 2-1 to the batter. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. Gets by Mansfield, and advancing to third base now is Shepard. And now the 2-1 offering from Wolschlager. In there for a low strike. Strikeout here would be huge. Popped foul and out of play on the left side towards the batting cages. Coyer stays in there. Nobody out. Runner on third here in the top of the fifth inning. Redhawks have scored 15 runs already. And that one hits Coyer. She's unable to get out of the way. And advancing to first base. And that brings up Lily Gagne. She had an RBI single in her first plate appearance, taking over for the first baseman Dempsey Green, who was twisted an ankle. And she lifts one here into foul territory, hits the fence harmlessly for strike one. So runners on first and third for the Redhawks, nobody out. There's the pitch, rolls, and advancing to second base without a play is Coyer. So just as they did in the second inning, they have advanced runners here to make it second and third, and that one bounces to the plate again. 2-1 now. The count to the number 9 hitter, Lily Gagne. High for ball 3. And if it didn't bring up the top of the lineup, you almost don't mind the walk here to load the bases and get the force out. Swung on and caught by the third baseman. Tagging the runner, but smartly staying on the bag is Shepard. But a key out here now.
Yeah, needed that one badly.
Bringing up the top of the lineup, and Danny Franklin. Oh, nope, that hit the batter there. And I'm just going to...
It's like you said, Chris, now this brings up force outs at any base. This might actually help the Whalers a little bit with the top of the lineup.
I skipped another batter here. So now Danny Franklin's up to bat with the bases loaded here. 1 out. And the Whalers have a force out now at any base. But the base path's full of red jerseys here, as the Redhawks look to add to their 15-7 lead. 1 out in the top of the fifth. Low strike called. Evens up the count at 1-1. Franklin ready. Wolschlager with the pitch. Ball 2. 2-1 again. The Whalers can ill afford to walk in a run here, as they are down 8 runs. Bounces in for ball 3. Gets by Mansfield, but no advance. 3-1 with the bases loaded to the leadoff hitter Franklin. In there for a strike. Looked like Franklin may be taking all the way. Good pitch right on the corner from Lil Wolschlager. This one to the left side. And flipping over to first base, 1 run will score, but a second out here in the inning, as the score now 16-7 with runners at second and third, and that brings up the big bat of Charlotte Hadawar, who had a home run early in the inning, or early in the game, and a triple. Hadawar takes low ball 1. And runners on second and third for the Red Hawks. Now 2 outs in the 5th inning. Wolfschlager ready with the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Evens up the count at 1-1. In there for a strike. 1-2 now the count to the number 2 hitter for the Red Hawks. Swung on and dribbled foul down the right field line. Cue ball down to Molly Bedell. Runners will retreat back to their respective bases. Hadawar stays alive with 2 strikes and fouls that offering off as well. A little out in front of that one, but able to get a piece. That one's sent down the foul, down the third baseline foul. And Hadawar doing a good job of staying alive here, fighting off some pitches. Wolfschlager doing a good job firing strikes. In there, called third strike, and the Whalers deny Hadawar on a fastball from Lil Wolfschlager and allow just a lone run in the inning and leave 2 stranded on second and third. So good job by Wolfschlager to bear down there against a very potent hitter. She's been the most dangerous hitter of the day. And there have been a couple here for the Red Hawks.
And, second and third, nobody out. Top of the order about to come up. I mean, you'll take 1 run, no doubt about it.
Just 1 run, absolutely.
You got to build momentum off of it.
Let's see if the Whalers' bats can come alive here in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Chloe Washington, Annie Ard, and Ava Watson, 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. And if either of them make it safely, Wolfschlager, and behind that, Virginia Graham. Looks like possibly some change in positions here as Coach Panos and Coach Mayette have the scorebooks out. Let's see if we can see if I can catch who is doing what. Nascimento's still pitching. Not see any position players different for Barnstable. So maybe the Whalers have somebody different. I know they substituted and pinch hit for Molly Bedell or Shelby Harriman. They are definitely trading notes. The Red Hawks have a new right fielder. I'm not sure of the number, but if it's number 34, All I have is Helena on this on the lineup card. So, either way, and we know Annie Ard actually, the first to bat here as Chloe Washington actually got out. She swings and misses at the first pitch, so it'll be Ard, Watson, and Wolschlager, the three due up. 0-1 to Annie Ard. Inside for ball one, evens up the count at 1-1. Ard has played a solid left field, including a great catch to end the inning back in the third. Swing and a miss, strike two, now 1-2. Whalers senior. Nice. Puts it in play. Solid base hit. Her first base hit of the afternoon. And once again, the Whalers have the leadoff runner on.
That's huge. And again, you got to build off that momentum. Get some more runners, get some more hits, get some more runs.
See if they can string it together here. Ava Watson, the cleanup hitter. She's played a very solid shortstop as well. Just missed, ball one. Ard stays put.
What's up, dude? What are you doing?
What are you doing, accommodating?
Nice.
Line to the outfield. Caught by the center fielder. That would still be rolling if the center fielder, Danny Franklin, didn't squeeze that. Actually, Franklin is replaced. Here we go. That's who's out there. It is number 26. That's Charlotte Hadawar now playing in center field. Here's a ball bounding through the hole in center field.
Love to see that.
Advancing to third base is Ard. She's in there. And advancing to second base now is Wolschlager. So the Whalers now with runners on second and third, just one out. And Virginia Graham, who's got a base hit and a couple of plate appearances. Comes to bat for the Whalers with a couple of runners in scoring position. 15-7 the score. Pitch from Nascimento. Swung on and missed. That was in the dirt. That's the second time she's swung at a pitch low like that. But she's also reached on a solid single. That one's inside, evens up the count at 1-1. Ard on third, Wolschlager on second.
Nice.
Towards center field and through for a base hit. Wolschlager had to hold up, but she will be sent home, and a two-run double for Virginia Graham. Her second hit of the game, and it comes with one out and scores two to make it a 16-9 game.
Huge piece of hitting, and these bats are really coming alive these past couple innings. Whalers clawing back in it a little bit.
Still a lot of work to do, but that one fouled. As once again, Siana Ivalova stays in the game for Harriman. Missing for ball one, evens up the count at 1-1. Graham stays put on second base. Two runs already in here in the inning. Inside low, ball two. Nascimento has done a good job of firing strikes. I don't think she's walked a batter here this afternoon, which is pretty rare in softball. That one's in play and through to center field. They will send Graham. The throw to home plate, not in time. Running to second, and
I thought she might have got under that.
Ooh, called out at second base. is Ivalova. An aggressive base running there, but a good play by the catcher to get that crucial out. But the Whalers now down just 6 at 16-10. And a bouncing ball to Molly Bedell, the Whalers' first baseman, batting in the 8th spot. Now with the bases empty. Good job of hitting by the Whalers. Try and claw their way back in this thing. That pitch misses, 2-0. Swung on, fouled right at the plate. A little bit out in front was Bedell. But she's still got a hitter's count here at 2-1. High ball 3. And I'm hoping I broadcaster Jinx Nascimento to walk a batter here. Trying. There it is. The first walk of the afternoon and another base runner with 2 outs. As Molly Bedell walks and trots to first base, Eliza Mansfield, the Whalers catcher, steps into the batter's box. And send one's to third base off the glove. And everybody will be safe as the third baseman slips. That's Isabella Hadawar. She's had a great game at the plate, but that will extend the inning as the Whalers now have runners on first and second. Back to that top of the lineup in Sophia Yelverton. Let's see if Coach Mayette maybe has some base runners advancing here, or if Nascimento can maybe toss one in the dirt. Either way, the Whalers have a 2-out rally here with top of the lineup. Yelverton swings and misses. Big cut there for strike 1. Whalers have plated 3 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. A couple of runners on here with 2 outs. Through center field.
Got a son.
Runner will score.
There we go.
Gets by the catcher and advancing to second and third. As the 2-out rally continues, another base hit. Sophia Yelverton with a clutch 2-out hit. And Chloe Washington in with a couple of runners on second and third now for the Whalers. So the butterfly effect of the walk extending the inning continues.
And if Washington can put one in play here, score some runs, this
We're right back
would
in.
really make it a game.
Bounces in for ball 1. Chloe Washington coming off a fantastic winter basketball season.
And just a freshman, too. She'll have a really bright future here with the Whalers.
That one's lifted and over the head of the left field, and that's going to clear the bases. Washington on her way to second.
Washington can fly.
On her way to third, they're going to send her home. The play at the plate. Not in time. Chloe Washington with a 3-run homer to pull the Whalers back to within 2. And she is down at the plate. Looked like a collision at the plate, so let's hope she is okay after the home run brings the Whalers right back into it. But the concern now for Chloe Washington. We'll take a quick break as they tend to Chloe. The Whalers are right back in this thing. A very exciting play. Let's hope Chloe gets up here and is okay. Whalers down just 2, 16-14 now in the bottom of the 5th.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com. Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit HighlineCruises.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Want to welcome you back to the softball fields where the Whalers bats have made it interesting. A 3-run, 2-out homer by Chloe Washington. She got mixed up with the catcher on the throw, but she popped up and is okay. She is in the dugout. And the Whalers are right back in this thing at 16-14. Annie Ard takes ball 1 from Nascimento. And ball 2. A big hit, a home run from Chloe Washington. I believe that's her second home run of the season, at least her second. As things have gotten very interesting here, a bouncing ball to the shortstop over to first, and that'll do it for the inning. But the damage done as the Whalers plate 7 in the inning. We'll take another quick break. Come on back. We've got an exciting finish to this one. We head to the 6th. Whalers down just 2. 16-14 our score.
Okay. I am a force to be reckoned with. You do not know who you messing with. Taking over for the hell of it. They can stop me when I'm in my element.
The Nantucket Sports Connection was born in this gymnasium. It has absolutely exploded. Multi-camera, multi-broadcasters, a trip to Fenway.
It's giving players an opportunity to look back at film. It's giving coaches an opportunity to critique their players.
When NCTV got involved, we were able to offer free classes. It's something that they can actually evolve and get professional experience.
When I realized they were doing like a commentating class, I was like, I got to sign up for this. If I would have told myself right now, I'm going to go into college for sports broadcast, I would have been like, no, you're not. But now I'm really passionate about it, and I'd love to pursue it.
It doesn't even feel like I'm volunteering. It just feels like I'm playing along. It's really fun.
I'd definitely recommend it to anybody who's interested in sports broadcasting.
It's multifaceted what we're able to give back to our community, because as we know, we bleed Whaler blue here on Nantucket.
The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. More than money, we need members. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
Want to welcome you back to the softball field here. Colby, we've got ourselves a ball game. You brought the bats, baby. The Whalers bats explode for 7 runs, just as the Barnstable Redhawks did in the second inning. And we are right back in this thing, down just 2. Chloe Washington with a bit of a scary moment there, but she's out on the field here, so we can now celebrate her 3-run home run as she came up with 2 runners on and blasted one in between the left fielder and center fielder and hustled all the way around the throw, not in time, but got tangled up with the catcher, maybe caught a mitt to the face or something there.
I mean, that ball was tanked, and that was a true home run, too. No errors on that play. Good fielding, but the wheels on Chloe Washington got her all the way to home. Great hit, great base running.
Absolutely. And the Whalers down just 2 now at 16-14. And the batter, Camila Nascimento, over to third.
Really
easy
nice play there.
Play for Sophia Yelverton, or she makes it look easy anyways, for 1 out here. As the Whalers could really use a 1-2-3 inning here. That has not happened for either team so far today. Isabella Hadawar sends one deep. Caught in center field as a dangerous bat goes down. and 2 outs.
Whalers really making it interesting now. Not only with the bats, but with the fielding as well. Now you got a chance to get out of this one scotch-free and get up to bat in the bottom of the 6th. Just a 2-run deficit.
Actually, that was Jaslyn Coyer, and this is Hadawar, who got hit on the first pitch, so she will trot down to first base. That's almost better than letting her swing the bat. She's had a home run and a triple and an RBI single. She's been all over the base
especially with 2 outs,
And now the number 6 hitter, Riley Shepard, stands in. She's had a couple of trips on the base paths, including a single and a walk early on in the game. But 2 outs now here in the top of the 6th. Down to second base, and in there is Hadawar. So good aggressive base running by the Red Hawks.
Yeah, it seems like it's been like that all game, and that's really been their edge in this one. With addition to the bats.
Yeah. Yeah, some timely hitting, and definitely they did a good job early on in the game and hitting it where the Whalers weren't on defense. 2-0 now the count. And low ball 3. So just as the Whalers did in their last at-bat, a little 2-out rally here for the Red Hawks. And down to third.
Oh.
Nearly off the bag as the coaching staff for the Whalers jumping up and down.
Yeah, that was a close one. I think she may have gotten off the bag. It was close either way.
Yeah.
Tough call to make for an umpire.
Wolschlager in there for strike 2.
All right.
As the batter now more important than the runner on third. Solid base hit, and another run will score. A 2-out, 2-strike base hit by Riley Shepard, the second baseman. And that extends the lead to 3 runs as Desiree Franklin comes up with a runner on first and 2 outs. To third base, Yelverton fields across the diamond for the out. And the Whalers will come to bat in the bottom of the 6th, down 3 runs now as they give up just the lone run on a couple of hits. We'll once again keep it here. And Colby, you guys have Monomoy off-island. When is that?
Yep, that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
That'll be a big one. One of our biggest of the season. I mean, I think, we're not going to be top 32 in the division we're in. Not only with, the games we've lost, but with our opponent rating in general.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't play the teams we're playing and get in that top 32 unless we almost win out, and that's just not going to happen. I mean, even playing a team like St. John Paul lowers your opponent rating because they're a division up.
Right.
So it's tough. So we just kind of have to adapt and
shoot for more wins and losses. And,
put ourselves in the best position to get a good play and draw. Yeah. And we'll see what happens after that.
Yep. It's too bad that it seems like a penalization of sorts.
No. Seriously.
For Coach Pearson and the baseball team. Again, you guys have finally put together a team that's not finally, but we look forward to this year saying, hey, this is going to be a chance. We definitely have a chance to make a splash in D4 and moving up a division. Now you got a whole slew and a ton of teams in Division 3.
And honestly, I'd love to hear the logic of moving
the explanation.
To be honest,
the explanation.
But just kind of have to live with it now. Nothing we can do about it.
Yeah,
and
72
see if we can change
teams
that
in
next
Division
year.
3 in baseball. That's just that's the most I've seen in any sport.
Yeah, they packed a lot of teams in there, and there's some schools that are a little bigger than us in Division 4. So it's like
it's not by that.
It's not by that.
What is that? What is it then?
Love to find out.
I think we've got a good, like Sandwich is in Division 4 still.
Yeah, Dennis Yarmouth.
DY at number 3. right behind St. John Paul as we look at the power rankings.
I mean, Dennis
here.
Yarmouth has us about.
I mean, Upper Cape is another Cape team, so I don't know. MIA got some splaining to do.
Yeah.
More importantly, the Whalers at bat here. Taking ball one is Ava Watson. The cleanup hitter for the Whalers, looking to get something started. Nantucket has battled back from down 9 runs just a couple innings ago to make this thing a 3-run affair. 17-14 our score. Two 2-0 now to Watson. The pitch. Swing and a miss. I may have gotten a piece of it there. Nonetheless, runs the count to 2-1 for the Whalers shortstop. Swung on and lifted foul just out of the reach of the catcher. Nice attempt there by Coyer. Evens up the count at 2-2. And the pitch lifted to the outfield and dropping as the center fielder unable to make the play, running to second base and holding up wisely too as the right fielder got over there to recover.
Yeah, that's one of those bloop balls that it's tough. You know, you don't know who's going to get it. Everyone's running in. It's kind of in no man's land, and it dropped in, and Ava Watson took advantage getting to second base. Great base running there, and wisely stayed at second base even with the bobble in the outfield.
Last thing you want to do is get an out at third base. I think we learned that in first day of
exactly. Especially with nobody out.
Right, with nobody out, yeah. And down 3 runs.
Yeah.
Our base runners are key. Here's the pitcher, Lil Wolschlager, trying to help her own cause. Ball is high for Wolschlager, who's stuck with it. She has had some balls hit all over the place, but now she has a chance to help her own cause here with a runner on second base, swing and a miss. Throw down to third. In there as the third baseman unable to squeeze it. The ball had definitely beaten Ava Watson, but she's able to stay on the bag and advance to third base with nobody out here. And a 1-1 count.
That was a bold call there, but it shows the belief that Coach has in Ava Watson.
And make Barnstable make a play in the field. I mean, that's
put pressure on him as much as possible.
Absolutely. But nonetheless, we just talked about making that first out at third base, and they almost did. So Wolschlager now pretty much can score a run on just any ball put in play. Got to avoid the strikeout here. That one bounces to the plate. Now 2-1. (17-14) our score here. We're in the bottom of the 6th.
Nice.
Lace to right field, in there and into the gap. Oh, nice play to cut it off by the center fielder. To second base is Wolschlager with a clean double. And the Whalers draw back to within 2, 17-15. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Heart of the lineup doing its duties. The number 6 hitter now coming up, Virginia Graham. Tying runner at the plate. Graham over the third baseman. This could score. Wolschlager. She rounds third and comes in to score. And the Whalers are back within 1.
Great piece of hitting there. Just got ahead of that one. Drove it.
And these two teams played to an 8-7 Barnstable win off Island. The Whalers trying to flip the script here and come from behind in the 6th inning. Ivalova takes ball 1. Runner on first, still nobody out here in the inning.
This has been really fun to watch. It seems like there's been contributions from almost everyone on the squad. So
up and down the lineup, indeed. You are correct, sir.
And they absolutely needed it. I mean, down 10, looked like they might have got mercy rolled, and here they come, only down by 1.
An amazing
Pretty
comeback.
great stuff.
Three 3-0 now to Ivalova. Got to think you're taking one here no matter what.
Yep.
She's swinging, of course.
Yeah.
That's why I'm sitting way out here in left field, Colby. So 3-1 now the count. To the number 7 hitter, Ivalova, who subbed in for Shelby Harriman. She puts it in play to the third base side. To second base in time, but Ivalova legs it out for out number 1, so the fielder's choice as Ivalova replaces Virginia Graham, and that brings Molly Bedell to the plate with the Whalers still down 1 run, and now 1 out with a runner on first. Bedell laces one, solid base hit into center field. Good play by the center fielder. That was hit on a rope, but kept in front of her.
Yeah, no doubt about it. If that one got by, I mean, that might be a play at the plate.
Yep. So now 2 runners on with 1 out. The home plate umpire came a few steps out. Not sure what he was interested in. Eliza Mansfield, another one of the 5 seniors for the Whalers. And the Whalers catcher now into the batter's box with a couple of runners out there. Outside, ball 1. And ball 2 from Nascimento. Hitters count for Mansfield. Ball 3 bounces to the plate. Nascimento in danger of loading the bases here with 1 out, which would bring the top of the lineup and the dangerous bats of Sophia Yelverton to the plate. 3-0 swinging is Mansfield and fouling it off. What happened to taking 3-0?
A lost start, I guess.
I guess so. I mean, you got to love the aggressiveness, but looking for base runners here, still down 1. Mansfield. Swing and a miss. That would have been ball 4.
Yep.
Let's see if Mansfield can shake it off and keep this thing rolling for the Whalers. Full count to the Whalers catcher.
Nice.
Laced. Out. Back to first. Ball gets away. That will advance the runners at least 1 base.
I think that's on
out
one
of play.
base. Yep.
So second and third now with 2 outs. A great play by the shortstop, but the throw was low.
Oh, they're sending him home.
And they send her home to tie the ball game. So the ball out of play advances 2 bases. I don't understand that, but we'll take it. So we are tied at 17. A run on third for the Whalers. And now the leadoff hitter for the Whalers, and Sophia Yelverton comes to the plate with a chance to give the Whalers their first lead of the game. Exciting base softball here as the Whalers have climbed back from double digits down and can take the lead if Sophia Yelverton can get a base hit here.
Oh.
And she does so off the first baseman's mitt and underneath the glove. The Whalers Whalers are now up 18-17 on the double error, basically.
Wow, can you believe that? I mean, when I got here, 4 runs were scored for the Whalers. Only 4. It was 14-4.
Good luck, my friend.
I mean, the bats have brought the good luck, really, but I'd love to take some credit for it.
You can go ahead and take some credit. We always take credit at the broadcast booth here. It's all good. But we know the magic happened at the plate, and the Whalers have come all the way back here. Chloe Washington, who hit a 3-run homer, and she lifts one up here in the infield. Unable to make the play, however, nobody at third, advancing to third base, and Washington now at second base. So another error extends the inning for the Whalers. And Annie Ard steps to the plate with 2 runners in scoring position. Still 2 outs now, but the Whalers up 18-17, and Coach Pagano out to settle his infield down. As you can see, the discussion continues here as the Whalers have rallied in the latter part of the game here to take a 1-run lead. Still 2 outs. And they've scored 2 runs with 2 outs and have runners at second and third here for Annie Ard. She dribbles one in front of the pitcher. Tough play. Safe at first base. Coming in. 2 runs to the Whalers. Great aggressive base running. As you can see, they are excited. Chloe Washington scores all the way from second on basically a bunt.
Yeah, and it's not only been the bats that have come up strong. I mean, the base running was huge. Heads-up play there, saw the first baseman, wasn't really paying attention to the play completely, and took advantage of it. Got the run in, and that's some insurance.
Off the glove of the first baseman, and safe at second base.
Wow.
Annie Ard, safe at second base. Again, the first baseman, all she had to do was step on the bag.
Yeah, tough one there. The ball took her away a little bit, but still might have been the right move.
Another error on the Red Hawks infield that has extended innings here. And the Whalers hold a 20-17 lead.
Crazy.
Incredible comeback. And there's another base hit that could score another run for the Whalers. And it is as Ard sprints around third base to score. Wow.
This is unbelievable.
The Whalers bats, and again, their athleticism on the base paths have extended the inning out. And now Ava Watson with 2 outs. Lil Wolfschlager, excuse me. Takes a strike.
And how huge would it be for the Whalers to hold on and win this game? Not only coming back, dealing with that adversity, but also a win against the Division I opponent.
Absolutely.
Huge.
Big points, and that one's fouled off. Now 2 strikes on the Whalers' senior co-captain and the pitcher, Lil Wolfschlager. She now stands to pick up a win if the Whalers can hold on here in the top of the 7th.
Nice.
Ripped to right field, in there for a base hit. Another run comes home.
Wow.
Wolfschlager with a solid base hit to left field.
When it rains, it pours. They've blown this thing open.
Wow. They have flipped the script, and finally Coach Pagano coming out and will replace Nascimento, who probably just ran out of gas here as the Whalers continue to just blast base hit after base hit and a couple of extra base hits as well. I'm pretty sure he's going to have to make a move. That's the second visit to the mound, unless high school rules are different here in softball.
Mm-hmm. I guess they are.
And they are, because Nascimento stays in the game.
Noted.
So Ivalova back up to bat with runners at first and second. And 2 down. She sends one up the middle, through for another base hit.
Jeez.
And the onslaught continues. Another run plated for the Whalers. Make it now a 7-run lead. I'm going to need a calculator here. 6-run lead, excuse me.
Wow.
They came into the inning down 16-14. They've plated 9 runs here in the inning. And they've scored 19 runs since you've been here, Colby. So,
my goodness. Again, I don't want to take credit for it. But.
Well, you don't have to. We just gave you credit for it. Outside evens up the count at 1-1 for the Whalers' first baseman, batting for the second time here in the inning, Molly Bedell. First and second, still 2 out.
Okay.
Ball high, 2-1. I would love to know how many runs we've scored with 2 outs.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ball down low, runs the count to 3-1 on the Whalers' first baseman. A character-building type win here for the Whalers. If they can hold off.
Good eye.
And get 3 outs here in the 7th. 3-1 to Bedell. Walk will load the bases. Nascimento comes with it. Swing and a foul. She was looking to crush that one. You can tell she got a big, long stride on that swing.
Yeah, they've used those 3-0, 3-1 counts as a way to drive the ball and make big contact. And it's worked out well for them. So.
Absolutely. Still. Nascimento comes with it.
Nice.
Laced over to the first baseman. And rounding third, coming in to score another run for the Whalers. As Molly Bedell comes through with another 2-out base hit for Nantucket here in this bottom of the 6th inning. Lead back up to 7 now for the Whalers. And another solid base hit into right field. And coming in to score another one for the Whalers. Make it 8 runs. 8-run lead now for the Whalers at 25-17 as the hit barrage just continues here for Nantucket. Unbelievable inning.
And you pointed it out, Chris, maybe even more impressive. The Whalers have done this with 2 outs on a lot of these runs, maybe 5 or 6 of them in this inning. So
at least. That one bounces as the runners will advance to second and third. Mansfield, the latest base runner at batter to drive in a run for the Whalers. And back to the top of the lineup in Sophia Yelverton. The 1-0 pitch. Outside ball 2. Whalers have plated 11 in the inning. So that's 18 runs in the last 2 innings. Yelverton fouls it off. 2-1 now the count. Unbelievable late inning rally here for the Whalers. We're going to have to get it out here so we don't run into darkness. Blasted through the infield and another base hit. 2 runs will score for the Whalers. Does that do it? That's a 10-run lead. (27-17), the Whalers lead.
Okay.
But apparently not a slaughter rule. Okay. Swing and a miss.
You know, I've never seen something like this happen, so I wonder if you're down in an inning and you pull yourself up by 10, maybe that doesn't...
They have a chance to bat.
You know, I guess, but they are the home team, so it's kind of throwing me off, but...
Yeah. Yeah, not sure of the rule. Throw goes through, and that will advance the runner to second base as Sophia Yelverton wisely able to advance. Puts another run in scoring position.
That's trouble.
And drop it in there. Another run will come in as Yelverton rounds third base, and the throw goes to home plate, which allows Chloe Washington to get to second base. And now the Whalers' lead is 11.
It might be. Wonder if you're discussing this.
So the
margin.
Whalers were down 17-16 with 2 outs, and now lead 28-17. 12 runs, the 2-out rally.
Jeez.
Wow. Thanks to one of our viewers for chiming in on the question we had, how many 2-out runs were scored. And here's Annie Ard. Once again, this is her third plate appearance in the inning. That one gets by, and quickly to third base is Washington. As the Red Hawks have seen the train come completely off the rails here. A deflated infield, to say the least. That one bounces to the plate. 2-0. Nascimento has to be absolutely gassed on the mound. Ard laces one. Another base hit and another RBI for Annie Ard.
This is just getting unbelievable at this point. And they're going to call it now.
And that's it.
All right.
It must have been a 12-run slaughter, and the Whalers do it. Annie Ard delivers the final nail in the coffin for the Red Hawks, and wow, what a comeback by the Whalers to win 29-17. Let's take a quick break. Get you down there, Colby, to get an interview, because I got a hunch a couple of players going to be pretty excited to chat about this one. We'll be right back with our final thoughts here from the NSC and NCTV. Whalers win in come-from-behind fashion. A 12-run win, though. You go figure that one out. We'll be right back.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com. Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit HighlineCruises.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
That's good. That's good. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, you're good. You're good. We're still off. We're still off. Oh, we're live. Excuse me. Pardon me. Hey, congratulations to the Whalers. An incredible comeback. You guys scored 19 runs in 2 innings to come back from multiple double digits runs. The bats just came absolutely alive. The game of the year, we're going to call it here already. Colby, you've got a couple of players. Say hello to a couple of players. Let's grab Chloe first of all as the home run hitter. And hopefully, are you okay, Chloe? Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I figured that was the answer. Take it away, Colby, and chat with our winning girls there.
You guys were down 10 runs in the 4th inning. What was the mindset that helped you claw back into this one?
We got to be big dogs to succeed.
Okay, what was how did it feel hitting that home run, helping your team come back in this one and get some momentum?
Good. I was kind of scared. I was kind of scared, but we got to be big dogs to succeed. So, I guess.
All right, big game for all you guys. What's the mindset going into the next one?
Just keep the momentum going. We had a really good game today. Our bats just really. Our bats, so we just really picked it up. Our fielding got really good. I think once we were in a better mindset, had a better attitude, our game really reflected that.
Yeah. Anyone else want to get this one? Okay. Last question I'll have. Big win against the Barnstable team you guys lost to earlier this year. What's it feel like getting that revenge and proving you can beat this team?
Amazing. It was great.
All right.
I think it feels really nice, especially because we only lost by 1 last time, so this is just really sweet.
All right. Guys, enjoy the victory.
Congratulations on the win, ladies. Celebrate indeed. It runs their record to 3-4. They're right back in the thick of things. And a great job from Colby Lucas, who brought all the good luck this afternoon, joined us later on in the game. But, man, it was well worth it, my friend. Great stuff, and great job by Adriana Graham, the eyes on the field. She was able to capture all the good stuff. And, of course, Sophia Reese and Charles Douglas making it all happen here as they're going to try and get us in on the shot here for our final little bit here. Always good to be hanging out with you, buddy. And, I guess the Celtics will take center stage here tonight. But the girls pull off an amazing come-from-behind victory. Probably one of the best come-from-behind victories in the softball recent history. Anyways, we'll have to maybe talk to Mr. Morey about some of that. But happy to have you along here, of course. Best of luck tomorrow off-island against Monomoy. Boys took care of business off-island on the lacrosse field. So it was a great day here, Whalers Nation. Hopefully you enjoyed. And, of course, you can check it out again on YouTube whenever you want. This game will be up there, and we'll have highlight reels. It's going to be a long highlight reel, though. You're going to have to pick and choose, Sophia, what you're going to do. Thanks very much for joining us here again. We'll be back next week. Thursday starts our back-to-back-to-back coverage of lacrosse, as once again we'll take a little break for town meeting, which of course you're going to go to, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure. All right, guys, have a great night. Whalers win in come from behind dramatic fashion, 29-17, the final. A lot of runs to count up. I had to carry the one a couple times there. Have a great night, Whalers Nation. Again, Whalers win going away here.